Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to the ERF Le Mans Classic qualifying for the 24-hour race that weekend. Let's have a quick look at our official program. So we are starting with the qualifying session in less than 10 minutes. And then we have the big one, the 24 hours. Tomorrow, green flag drops at 3 p.m. British Summer Time, and the checkered flag then should be waved Sunday at 3 p.m. BST. So yeah, Group C racing action. It's the legendary cars here tackling Le Mans. So where are we at the 2025 calendar at the ERF? It is like the special in between. So we had round one for the GT Challenge at Bathurst, paired with the Legends Race. Now this month it is the Le Mans Classic. And then you see round two, it's coming soon. The Nürburgring 24 hours. Yay! But yeah, this is our lovely little season calendar for 2025. Not too many races, but the races we have, oh boy, they are great. They definitely are. So, quick look at the Spotter's Guide for the event. It appears that we have two teams that cannot make qualifying today, unfortunately. So we will go with 12 cars then for the qualifying. Nevertheless, we have some great looking and great sounding cars here as always on the grid, and some IRL accurate replica liveries running on those cars with the grid. So the owner, founder, master chief behind ERF, Mr. T, he definitely wants to have like a realistic looking grid, and that's what we have. Definitely some Jags, Nissans in there, Sauber C9s, Porsches, and two Mazda 787Bs as well. So yeah, it will be really nice to see and hear those cars driving at the famous track here in the northern France area close to the Belgian border in Le Mans, if you're not aware, but you are pretty sure. So yeah, we have the qualifying session coming up for you. So this will be like roughly 30 minutes in time. It will be set to a certain format to ensure we can check the per car custom BOP. So yeah, our setup master and BOP mastermind Philo did an outstanding job once again to balance the 5 different cars for that race. So with a custom spec livery based on power and weight. And so because we don't have access to those settings in the lobby, we need to do a little bit of a workaround. So that's why the drivers will need to send a screenshot of the lobby screen when we start the qualifying session, and this will be done like we do a race, so you cannot quit and change something afterwards. So that's why we have a parade lap, basically, where the drivers do an in lap on that parade lap. then when they're sitting in the pits, they send their screenshots to a BOP check PSN party group. So the stewards, race directors can check if everyone is using the correct specifications. And then we will start the actual qualifying session, so with a out lap, to say so. And then yeah, it will be roughly 30 minutes in time. The qualifying session, it will be set to laps so we don't run out of time in the end as well. So sounds a bit complicated, I know, but it's currently the only way to get this custom BOP check thing running. Yeah, that is about the setup then. Yeah, so 30 minutes. Get as many laps as you want. You can pit, go for fresh tires. Also, you can decide if you want to refuel or not during the pit stop for your liking. The weather will be dry and sunny, at least for the qualifying session. The race weather will be announced after this qualifying session. So we'll have to wait and see what that will bring us. So we will have like a reference to real life weather. We try to replicate that as well, as good as we can do with the in-game settings. And yeah, would be, but I'm sorry, but yeah, a Le Mans race, 24-hour race without rain, yeah, would be boring, right? So I'm praying that we get some rain just for the sake of drama from the spectator's point of view. If I would be racing, I probably wouldn't like fancy the rain at all. Yeah, so what else can I say? The BOP, so it's set on power and weight for each car, but you can then tune everything else. Downforce, suspension, gearing, you know it. So that's why we will see probably some crazy setups for the teams. And yeah, that's about everything. So I wanted to get out of the way before we start that qualifying session. So looks like we have 12 players entered. So yeah, without the two teams, that... Oh, no, wrong livery for some drivers. No, no. Don't do this. Instant disqualification. Yeah, we're taking it serious here with it, but yeah. So we should be ready for the start now any second. So probably I can put on the overlays. Look at that. Yeah, I'm like so prepared for this once again. Yeah. But it's actually a nice thing, I guess, to have like a parade lap where we can see all the cars, the drivers, the lovely liveries, and I can try and find a way to butcher the driver names. There are a couple of new drivers here, so I don't have a clue how to pronounce them. But yeah, it will be interesting and maybe entertaining for you, for me. It looks okay, I think, with the names. But Nothing too scary, but still room to do something. So why are we delaying like the start, the qualifying session? Come on. Just because the Italian driver went in the wrong livery, another driver is on the way, or maybe we get a car number 13 on the grid as well. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. The more, the better, I guess. So yeah. So I think we can spare a couple of minutes as well. So yeah, while we are waiting for the qualifying session to start, so let's bring up the season calendar once again for the 2025 season here at ERF, Endurance Racing Federation. So yeah, round 2 will be in June, Nürburgring 24 Hours GTC with the DTM Legends also on that weekend. Group A slash late 80s, early 19s DTM cars racing. And then round 3 will be the 24 Hours of Spa, also with a Legends of Spa historic race there. All of us, so back-to-back 24-hour races. Yeah. My sleep schedule will be like massively ruined with that. So round 4, we have the Suzuka 10 hours. And also with a Legends race, GTTC cars. And then we have the final round, Road Atlanta 10 hours as well, with a support race. You guessed it. It's the Camel GT Legends, that is Group C monsters once again, and Road Atlanta. So yeah, this is the neat little calendar, but it still takes some effort to organize, to compete in them. I think not a bad choice of events, if I may say so myself. And to give you a little bit of a teaser, so that is the next event that will be happening. To get those lovely posters once again. So the 24 hours at the Nürburgring, the start of June. So 2 months away, but yeah, still a big one. And I guess the competition will be very, very intense, and we'll see some crazy lap times, some super fast drivers. And I reckon we will have to run a pre-qualifying session for that one. So we have 12 in now. Looks like no additional car, but a different driver for a team. So one new name for me to learn, probably. Rotex Mojo, right? That is okay. So, well, let's hope we can start that qualifying session now. All right, final instructions here on the screen. We do one right lap into the pits. Then wait in the pits for the command to get that qualifying session on the way. Actually, so yeah, procedure: once the race starts, you get a countdown on the lobby screen. This is the time where you need to prepare your screenshot, because it tells you on the bottom, and also here at the bottom right thing, you see your car and you see power and weight as well, those settings. So this is what we need for the check. And then let's go, go, go. Race director, I'm ready. I'm excited, to be honest. I mean, this is like was a great era of motorsports. Like those late 80s, early 90s racing, endurance racing in the Group C's. Like, no, death traps. You're driving at 350 kph plus or whatever down that Mulsanne straight. Like, hey. And the engines really, really loud, and yeah, just all the aggressions you get. Definitely a crazy time as a driver and as a spectator as well. So, I was in my early teens, but yeah, wasn't able to get to those racetracks that time, so just have to rely on the video footage and to replicate it within the game sometimes. So session is starting, prepare for screenshots, and then we should be ready. So yes, I'm jumping into the lobby now, and right, so also one thing, so we are starting on quite low fuel amount. This is also like a strategical thing then for the drivers, so they get into the pits with less than 10 liters, so they can decide how much they want to refuel. If they go for out lap, push lap, in lap, or will they run two flying laps, 3 flying laps? I don't know. Do you want to get some slipstream? Do you want to get like a clean run? We don't know. So here we go. Well, let's go to the parade lap. The driver, so we have a rolling start, so hopefully no one gets damaged on that. We hear some engines and we see some cars rolling. Here we go. Someone is stuck on the grid. Hopefully they can get that car running. Oh. Okay, I heard a ding, so it looks like we are on the way. A couple of cars out on track, so we have Max out in a Porsche Leighton House with delivery, the number 11. We have something was bugged. It looks like everyone is running now, or is it? Is it? It's still okay, I think. It looks like the lobby has a bit of an issue. Okay, so we need to red flag that session. Oh, second attempt. Oh, 2 drivers having some issues with there, so esports ready game. GT7 is great, yeah. Of course it is. So why? Why? Right. At least we tried, I guess. So while the magic is happening in the background, so let's bring up our program for the weekend. So yeah, qualifying session a bit delayed. Now hopefully we can get it started within the next couple of minutes. And then tomorrow we have the 24-hour race with the green flag at 3 p.m. BST. Um, see if the lobby is back up again. Not yet. Couple of lobbies there, but not the one I'm looking for. Here we go. Yeah, the room is not available. Please, game, let us in. And yet we are playing this game. It's okay, crazy. So some people actually can join the lobby. Yeah, I mean in. Right. Second attempt for the qualifying session. Yeah, let's uh, hope we get things sorted for the race tomorrow, so we don't want to have those delays, of course, for the 24 hours. We need to see what settings actually work. So we were hoping that the rolling start would like prevent the cars from bumping into each other and give damage. But apparently the rolling start is bugged at times. So it also doesn't fix the issue. So I see 12 drivers in. Again? So we're going for the attempt number 2 to get our qualifying session on the way. So I can see all deliveries. That is a good thing as well. And now we have 13 cars suddenly. Okay, so I'm used, but I don't mind having one more car for the session, right? I guess we are ready. Please start the race. So we can get the qualifying on the way. Yeah, it also will be a bit difficult to really track who is running on which position during the qualifying because we're doing it as a race. So we don't have like the actual qualifying order on the left hand side. we have the race positions, but yeah. It's still, we can get the race results and then get the fastest lap for every driver. So then, fingers crossed this time the race can start. So they're going with a grid start this time. Okay, see if this is any better. So 13 cars for the qualifying session. Okay, some cars a bit eager to go fast. Come on, it's a parade lap, no racing. Oh, don't do stupid things on that parade lap. It is just an in lap. Come on, speed limits and all that stuff. Take it easy, people. But at least everyone like is running. Yep. So now we can have a quick look at the liveries and max out. Should there be a speed limit like for the trade lap? I don't know. It's just flooring it already. 300 kph and more. But let's go through the cars. The Leighton House number 11 Porsche. Then we have the number 9 Blaupunkt Porsche. A Jaguar. Which entry is that? The number 2 Silk Cut. We have 3 of them. We see some overtakes already. Whatever. So we are also using the no chicane variation, so no flat out all the way. We have a Mazda on track as well. The 56 car that is. Then the 3 Jaguar Silk Cut entry. And the number 1 as well. 3 Jags on the grid. We have the Sauber C9s. 61, 62 and 63 entries. We have the second Mazda with the iconic livery you all know. There is the second. No, that's actually a Porsche. I'm still missing the other Saubers. So the number 8 Porsche. Here we go. The 62 Sauber in that very, very classic silver livery, and the 61 as well. Just difference in the wing mirror colors, and probably on the right rear we see a little bit of a different color patch. Then it's the Nissan. It's the 24, the 23, they can't make it. And the final Porsche, the number 10 Kenwood on track. So the first drivers arriving at their pit crews. So this is the time when they will send the screenshots, so we can do the BOP check, and then once every check is over and everyone is cleared, we get the command that the qualifying session is starting. Alright, so final car to enter the pits, and then we get the BOP check procedure underway. Right. Taking it very easy on that raid lap. Alright, so car is in. So we see now the drivers, the teams waiting. Oh, look at all those lovely machines in the pit boxes. And once we get the command, that session will start. Also, it will be interesting to see how much fuel the drivers will take for their first run. Get something to drink now, or maybe a quick toilet break as well. So the drivers will get 9 flying laps in this session if they want to. And let's see how they will split the qualifying session. Waiting for the command. Also, one challenge for the BOP check is that we have drivers from all around the world. They use different units for power and for the weight. So we have like a big translation table for brake horsepower and kilowatts in Germany, or whatever it is, CV and CH, and also kilograms versus pounds and all that stuff. So this takes a couple of minutes to double check all those settings. And this will be done like for every stint in tomorrow's race as well. So as usual, it will be 12 stints, 2 hours each, and then we'll do the same. Also on that race start, we will do parade lap into the pits, BOP check, the official formation lap, and then we go racing. And then for the following stints, it's the usual stuff like start, drive into the pits, and then wait for the driver swap command, then for the go signal from your teammate. And while doing that, you can send your screenshots to the BOP check. Pit crew also, they are not sure what they should do, what they need to do. Just waiting for some kind of signal now. But this gives us time. It's green flag. The qualifying is starting now. So let's get that timer up as well. So roughly 30 minutes in time. And we have the green flag now. Who gets out on track first? So low fuel run for Paper Family in the number 10 Porsche. We have Mauer Power in the 56 Mazda as well. Not going for that amount of fuel compared to max out in the Leighton House 11 Porsche 962. So definitely some different strategies for the fuel happening. We have Slim in the number 9 Blaupunkt Porsche. Also, one thing, yeah, just want to say he was quite wide. So, compared to all the other races, we will be using the in-game track limit penalties for Le Mans, just because Tetre Rouge and the chicanes at the end, and also the first Dunlop chicane, like, it would be quite a task to do manual track cut checks there for a 24-hour race. So we went for the in-game penalties, which will mean penalties will be enforced, and also they have to be served in that penalty zone when the game decides to do so. Alright, so we have the 24 Nissan with Racer. We have Mateusz in the number 2 Jag. We have Barry BG in the 3 Jag, and it's Cross in the first of the C9s, the 63. Resistance in the 61 Sauber, and Titan GT in the 62, that is with some slipstream Welchie. Then in the 202 Mazda, and we have how to pronounce that name, I don't know. Alexis, go with Alexis in the number 1 Jag, and Rotex Mocho coming out of Indianapolis and gets some damage. That's not really helping in the number 8 Porsche. Right, so I think Max Out will be the first one to start a flying lap, and in good old fashion and tradition, I will go full on board for the first flying lap. So coming through the 4 chicanes to start the first timed lap of the ERF Le Mans Classic 2025 here at Le Mans. So approaching the first braking zone, the right kink, little lift, brake for the Dunlop chicane, left, right, through the arc, and on the right hand side the Bugatti circuit. We are not tackling this one. We go to the church part of it, and now the famous Tetre Rouge. So don't run too wide, but carry the speed. That looked decent, and now it's the long straight, the on the air or the Mulsanne straight, however you want to call it. And this is now flat out no chicanes. We are going all the way top speed, full throttle. So it is 375, 76 kph. Will we get to 380, 379, 380, 81, still gaining, 83 top speed so far through the little kink, and now get ready for the braking zone. Mulsanne corner, down, first gear. We lost the driver in a qualifying session, but it will be P13 coming out of Mulsanne corner. Now on the run towards the famous Indianapolis and Anarch section. So this part is still flat out those little kinks, nothing to worry. Now for the right-hander, lift, maybe downshift a gear, yeah, fourth gear braking for Indianapolis. The slow left-hander comes out of it. Good traction braking for Anarch, crucial as well. So here we see approaching the penalty zone, but nothing to worry on this lap. Now it's the run up towards the ever so famous Porsche curves. So in that Porsche, nice to see. So little lift, maybe downshift, fourth gear, yeah. And now use those downforce settings and carry the speed coming out of the Porsche curves into the Corvette corner exit, get past the Maison Blanche on the right hand side, pit entry, you brake into the Ford chicanes, the second one, and then we cross the line and we see a 3:03 maybe 0.4, that first reference lap time for max out. Rumors have been sub 3 minutes. We'll see if we get to that area. So 3:03 is currently the fastest time for max out. A 3:04.5 for Mauer Power. Paper Family with a 3:11. Slim with a 3:04.4. Razor a 3:05. We have Barry BG also 3:05. Mateusz a 3:10. Resistance 3:06.7. Titan at 3:060. Welchie a 3:058. Alexis with a 3:064. And Cross 3:11, but didn't count because of a penalty, probably. Let's have a quick look here. Sometimes we need to flick through the grid to see an updated time. So we have max out currently on provisional pole position. The only driver, I think, with a 3:03. Then we have a couple of drivers with 3:04s, Mauer Power and Welch, so the two Mazdas, P2, 3, 4 or something like that. And let's hear the rotary engine of that Mazda. Hear it from a long distance. Into Indianapolis, first gear as well for the Mazda. A bit down on that lap time. Nice exit out of an arch now. The run into the Porsche curves. So the big compromise here for Le Mans, it's the very long straight this time, and then you need the downforce for those fast sweeping Porsche curves. But Mauer Power is improving. You gained a couple of tenths through that complex. Coming. Oh, that looked a bit wide on the exit. Will it be a penalty? Got away with it. Brakes for the Ford chicanes. Gets a decent run from the visuals. Avoids the inside sausage. Close. So no improvement for Max out as well. What about Paper Family? A 3:09. Improved that a little bit. Razor crosses the line. Still sitting at a 3:05.3. Barry BG with a 3:04.1. That's currently P2, if I'm not mistaken, in the number 3 Jag. The number 2 with a 3:07. Oh, drift in it. It looks like going for a low drag setup. 3:05.9 for the 62 Sauber C9. No improvement for the 61. Welchie improved. 3:05.4. That should be P3 or 4. Something like that. No improvement for the number 1. The Jag. What about slim outlap again, so going for just one flying lap. Now with the fuel I have access to, could be going for at least 2 flying laps, and cross with a 303.9. That's front row for that 63 C9. So we have a max out in the Porsche with a 303.4, and then cross with a 303.9. Currently the 2 fastest drivers. Then it's probably Mauer Power. Looking at probably second row start currently. Oh, purple. Good run. Can he keep that? We'll go a little bit on board. And that Mazda as well. Let's see how much speed he can carry through the Porsche cars. Oh, dropped quite some speed compared to the Porsche. So lost a little time, still would be improving. And will he get a low 304? Again, just avoids the track limit penalty on the exit of the Corvette curve into the 4 chicanes. First gear, very careful, probably a bit too careful. Yeah, lost this time. We had max out fin improved to a 302.9. Oh, he's not stopping. We see a couple of more drivers pitting for some fresh tires. And we are slowly approaching the halfway mark of the qualifying session. So the 56 Mazda didn't improve, but very consistent lap times, 304s all the way for Mauer Power. What about Racer? 3040. That is up there with the top runners. And Mateusz disconnected from the lobby, so that's the end of that qualifying session as well for them. So unfortunately you cannot rejoin the lobby if you disconnect, if there's a live session running. Oh, but yeah, it was a penalty, but that Nissan is quick in a straight line. Let's have a look at the top speeds. 385, something like that. Have a look at the other cars. The C9, 380, so a bit slower with the setup compared to that Nissan. Down on the straight now, gaining 383, so that not much difference, to be honest. 3/10 in the lead. Let's get the hood cam. A bit deep into Mulsanne corner and runs wide. Probably gets a track limit penalty for that as well. We'll find out in a second. I think he just kept it, but wasn't ideal, that run into the Mulsanne corner. So probably will lose some time. Understeers again, touches the gravel, and yeah, lost 3/4. Still gets a decent run out of Arnage, and I guess the C9 should love the Porsche curves. A bit too fast, had to overslow that car. Yeah, lost another 2/3. So missed the inside curb and wasn't the best round. Will the speed and in lap as well for the C9? We'll find out. Yep. Decided that's enough for that run. What about Alexis? In the number 1, 306.3. In as well. We have Slim sitting at a 304.4. That's probably still good enough for second or third row currently. Doesn't improve on that lap. Outlap for Paper Family. Outlap for Barry BG. Welchie outlap as well. 305.4 currently. Titan GT with a 305.9. So that's close between some of the cars in the mid-pack. Starting P5, 6, all the way down to P10 probably. Could get very, very close between those drivers. Razor again with a penalty. That's not helping. Even if you get like fast runs on that straight. But we still go on board with that Nissan. Get the impression how it looks and feels like and sounds like sitting in one of those machines. So the penalty has to be served coming out of the Anache corner. 304.0, and without that penalty he's on track for maybe purple, but this now is the end for that run. The Mower Power is on the outlap, not on a flying lap, max out as well, currently on that provisional pole, 302.9. Slim doesn't look that quick, or just a completely different setup compared to the Sauber, who just flew past on the run into Indianapolis. You have 5 seconds, so I see Slim has damage, he totaled it, so has to pit. What about the number 3, Jack with a 304.1? I think that's P3, second row start at the moment. And a couple of cars now close together, approaching the Porsche curves. But I think should be fine, not like get into the dirty air. Aggressive driving. Not sure if it's that fast, to be honest. But it's probably the in lap as well. No, running, going for it. Doesn't look like an improvement, to me at least. No, 304.4. 309 currently for Paper Family, and the number 10 Porsche, the Kenwood livery. Resistance for the 61 with a 306 personal best. That's probably P8, P9, something like that in the standings. 62 with a 305.9. Cross with a 302.97. So 2 drivers now sub 303. That is max out in the Porsche and Cross in the C9. Welchie with a bit of improvement coming out of the first sector through Tetra Rouge. And we haven't been on board with a Jag, so let's go with Alexis. 306.3 currently, and approaching the Mulsanne Strait now. So I have a look at the top speed, what's in it for that Jag. 360, 370 kph, that is, of course. 380. $385. Brief moment, 386. Now, heavy braking zone, makes that apex, and gets back onto the power. Personal best would be improving a little bit. I get already 360 kph coming into the Indianapolis and Anarch section. Decent run out of Indy. Gained even more brakes. Hard for Anarch. Stable on the exit now with the run past the penalty zone and approaching the Porsche curves. Drake for down 2 gears, alright, interesting. But carries the momentum, little lift, don't touch the wall on the outside, nearly a second. Okay, really good lap so far. Now the exit of the flying Porsche curve section gets a decent run through a little chicane. Maison Blanche braking at the start of the pit entry. Into the 4 chicanes we go. And a smooth run, touches the inside sausage, but should be able to improve to a 305. 305.0 it is for Alexis. Great lap so far. So what did we miss for the other drivers? More power didn't improve, still sitting at a 304.5 now with a little improvement coming on to the long Great, it's the end of the straight already, so I was a bit confused. Next sector split, yeah, a little bit of improvement. Max out still with a 302.9 for the number 11 Porsche. Would get that pole position. Razor 3040 in that Nissan. It's probably third row, maybe second row. Have a look. 303.7 for Barry BG1. So that's pretty sure that's the second row start at the moment for the number 3 Jag, and improving. Could get to a mid 303 probably. Resistance also now getting a good run, 6 times up. The 304 maybe incoming for the C9. The 61 it is. 2.5 seconds. Oh, that won't be an improvement. Pretty sure about that. Whereas Cross still sitting at a 302.97. That's so close. Between Max Out and Cross. Porsche versus Sauber. We get the next split. A slight improvement. This would be enough to get the fastest lap of the race, which would mean pole position being carried away with the race thing. Gets a bit too deep, I think. at the lift, so yeah, lost all the time, unfortunately, but still has 2 more flying laps to go. So let's focus on the next attempt. 2.5 minutes wasted with that little mistake. Still a good lap for Cross. Well, she doesn't improve, still sitting at a 305.4. That's still P4, P5, something like that. 305.0 for Alexis, we saw that. 304.4 for Slim in that pink Porsche number 9. That is very, very close. 3-4 drivers with, I don't know, separate less than 2-3 tenths. So this could get interesting, and a 305.9 for the 62 C9. We're getting closer now. All the drivers are on their penultimate lap of the qualifying session. And we saw Max Outpin improving that lap time to a 302.6. So giving himself a little bit of a cushion to Cross, who was really, really close. Won't be improving on that lap though. Oh, big slide coming out of Indy. 2 tenths purple, but did he lose all the momentum? I don't know. We'll have to wait for the next split. But this should be an improvement. Can keep it clean through the Porsche curves. That looks like a decent run so far. But yeah, lost a little bit of momentum still. It's doable, I think, with a good exit. Carry the speed. Into the final chicanes, and we will see a 303 for Razor. 303.5, great run there, the final sector. So it's 303. That's definitely second row for the Nissan. And what about Cross? He sees the fastest lap of the race and that target time for pole position. And we'll start the final lap of the session. Now this looks like a great run. 302.349 for Cross. So provisional pole on that second to last chance. So the C9 gets on provisional pole. What about Max out now? Can he counter again? He's low and full. He got the draft, but that Nissan just blasts past and Max out with 8.9 seconds down. So no, Max out won't be improving. That's P2 probably for the 11. We saw Razor with the massive run with that slip. Oh, he's 2 tenths purple again. So we see a final chance now for the drivers to set a better lap time. 302.349. That's the time to beat. And Razor still up, not by much. Oh, we saw them losing time through the Porsche curves and the final sector. But can they grab that pole position in that Nissan? Indianapolis. Yeah, looked good. Again, 2/10. Oh, that speed definitely helped him now. Out of an arch once again. We go to the boot camp and get the impression of that speed. Now approaching the Porsche Cup. So 2.5 minutes in. Don't lap it now. Missed that apex slightly again. Had to go deep. Downshift the gear. Couldn't carry speed. Still up. Purple. Now crucial final 2 sweeping turns. He's patient. He's not running wide. Carries roughly 230 kph on the exit. That's a decent run. Kelly challenge that 302.3. That wasn't the best run into the 4 chicanes. Now had to overslow the car. He will lose 3/4 easily. It will be an improvement, a 303.2, but couldn't get onto the front row. What about cross? Pass pole position, probably the closest contender was Max Out and Razor, probably. So no improvement, but will it be enough for pole position? Resistance 304.7 currently should be an improvement. Slight one, no, 0.8. What about Welchie? Won't be improving, driving it into the wall. 305.1 for the 202 Mazda. See, a 304.0 for Alexis. A great lap in the jack. Improved on that final lap. Paper family finished well. She finishes slim with a penalty, but a 303.3. Oh, a reset. Ooh, thank for ghosting. But yeah, very BG on the outlap that he won't be improving. A 302.8. Didn't see that. So that's second row start for the number 3. And a 304.5 for the 62. That is alright. So let's sort that qualifying result, shall we? So we get the race result, and we have to now look at the best laps on the right hand side to see the qualifying orders across text pole position for Sauber Mercedes. 302.349. We have Max Out Finn in that Porsche 962C starting on that front row. Then we have 303s, that is Razor with a 0.2, and a 302.8, that is very BG1. P3 303.3 for Slim versus a 303.2. So yeah, Razor on P4, Slim P5. Then it should be Alexis in the jack in P6. P7 should go to probably Mauer Power in the Mazda. Welchie could be P8. No, it is Titan. In P8, Welchie P9, Mateusz in P10. I'm not mistaken. Then we have a 308 for Paper Family. Oh, jumping a little bit back and forth, but yeah, we'll try to sort that qualifying result. But we will get it out very quickly on the Discord with the nice little graphics as well. Yeah, we had the DNF for Mojo. So that will be P13. And we have the 23 Nissan starting in P14 for tomorrow. They couldn't send a driver for that qualifying session. All right, so that's the qualifying results. We get the nice little graphics for you on screen pretty soon in the Discord. Watch out for that. So that brings me to like the program. So qualifying done for today. We will start the race tomorrow. Green flag at 3 p.m. PST. And I guess that's it for today's coverage of the qualifying. We'll be back with the race tomorrow here on the RF channel. Yeah, stream links will be posted probably Saturday morning British European time. So have also an eye on the Discord to grab that link. Or if you haven't already, like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, you know, all the lovely stuff you want to do on YouTube if you don't want to miss anything. Yeah. So that's it for today. So hope to see you for the race tomorrow. And with that being said, bye bye.